Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, week number 4. I thought tonight we would talk about hydration. It's a really easy next step in your wellness journey. Doesn't take extra time, just takes a little bit of mindfulness to remember to always have water with you and to be drinking. But it's super important, and I know a lot of people say they don't like the taste of water because it's just plain and boring. And so lucky for us, we have our Young Living products that can make our water taste yummy. And we can also add some of our Young Living oils and other products into some of our other drinks that we really like to give us the extra health benefits. So I was briefly going to talk about hydration a little bit, and then give you guys some fun recipes to try and play with later on. So here on the screen, this is just a really good visual about staying hydrated to stay healthy, and it just gives you a few facts, and I'm just going to point out a few of them. So 75% of people in North America are chronically dehydrated. That means you are dehydrated all the time. It doesn't take much for dehydration to occur. If you lose as little as 1 to 2% of your body's water content, you're dehydrated. And that can happen really easily, especially if you're exercising, if you live in a warm climate, things like that. Hello, Lexi. And so dehydration can occur really quickly, especially in the summer. But a lot of us just really aren't mindful about staying hydrated. So like it says, 75% of people are chronically dehydrated. Another thing to point out, which I thought was really interesting, is that dehydration affects your coordination, your concentration, and your brain function. So our brain tissues are made, our brain tissues are about 85% water. So if you're dehydrated, that obviously is going to cause brain dysfunction, and your body is not going to be working as well as it should be. So other things that water does, it regulates your body temperature, your balance, and it helps your liver to break down toxins. So it's really important to keep hydrated all the time. And then the rest of this just kind of talks about symptoms of dehydration. Thirst, obviously, is an easy one to spot. Dry mouth, dizziness, fatigue, headaches. I know I get headaches a lot when I'm dehydrated. And then they just give some tips to stay hydrated. Drinking a full glass of water as soon as you wake up. I always do this. I kind of play a game with myself, and I make myself drink this big thing of water before I can have my little cup of decaf coffee in the morning, because to me, my coffee is kind of my treat now. It used to be a bad habit that I broke, and I still like to do it, especially in the chilly months. It's hard for me to not have my coffee. So my deal with myself is that I have to drink one of these before my coffee. Okay, I'm echoing. Okay. Always have a water bottle with you, as well as just fill it up as soon as you're done. That's what I always do. I always fill it up as soon as it's empty. And then also, you don't always have to drink your water. Fruits and vegetables have a lot of fruits and vegetables have a high water content. So cucumbers, watermelon, citrus, those are all going to have high water content, and you can get hydration that way. So I stopped screen. Share my screen again. Okay, so these are some foods that have a high water content, and in addition to having a high water content, they also, of course, have lots of antioxidants and great nutrition, vitamins, minerals, that kind of thing. So lettuce, tomatoes, cabbage, radish, strawberries, we go through strawberries and pineapple and cucumber and watermelon in this house like it's nobody's business. So those are kind of my kids' favorites. Oranges, raspberries, spinach. I love spinach, and I also love to put spinach in smoothies. You can't taste it. You cannot taste it. If you do it right, you can't taste it. And it's a really good way to get your kids to get that nutrition as well as yourself if you if you're not a big vegetable person. All right. So how can we, for those of us who are not big fans of plain water, lucky for us, we have our oils, and we have oils that are safe to ingest. And so we also have other products. So I'm just going to start sharing some recipes. I thought this one was cool. This uses the Pure Protein Complete, and it's a vanilla spice latte. So you get a cup of hot coffee. For me, it would be decaf. And then you mix a teaspoon of coconut oil, which is already melted. Just pop it over the stove or in your microwave. The stove's probably better, but microwave is faster. This has a couple drops of stevia. If it were me, I'd do honey. Obviously, it's a sweetener of your choice. And then 2 tablespoons of the Vanilla Spice Pure Protein Complete. And then mix it together, and there you have it. Obviously, this isn't water, but hydration doesn't always have to come from water. I always say that I prefer almost all of my hydration to come from water. Usually once a day I have something other than water, so I'll have a coffee or a lemonade, something like that, but otherwise I'm drinking water. And I'll post this on the Wellness Wednesday event, so you guys can copy this down or save it. Ningxia Red will also give us hydration, and this is just a cool little thing about adding some different oils to your Ningxia Red. I hope you guys can see this. I think I'm still sharing my screen. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, this is just showing Ningxia Red shots, and then the different combinations that you could do with the dietary oils. And just to talk about the dietary oils for a minute, Young Living is still going through each oil and deciding if it's dietary or if it's going to be labeled as topical and aromatic. So I'm going to be really careful about which oils I'm talking about when I'm talking about oils that we can ingest and add to our water and things like that, just because some of them haven't been decided yet, and I don't want to share information that I'm not completely confident in. So you might be sitting at home going, well, there's so many other oils that, you know, I've ingested before, and that's totally fine. But I'm just going to stick to the ones that I know are already labeled dietary, just to keep myself safe and compliant. So this Ningxia Red shot here, number 5, Simply Smooth. I had something similar to this at convention at the Ningxia Red bar. It's so good. I recently got tangerine, and I actually have it in my water right now, and it's really, really good. So if you don't have tangerine and you need something to add to your order sometime, you should just pop it on there. It's pretty inexpensive oil too. All right. It's telling me my sharing is paused. Okay, I'm not sure what you guys can see. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my notes here about different recipes. I'm gonna put all of this on the event page, so don't feel like you need to be like scrambling to write anything down. So those of us that are tea drinkers, there's so many oils that you can add. So I'm just gonna kind of go through a couple recipes. So there's a cinnamon orange tea. So you would add, steep your tea, put it in your mug, and then add a drop of cinnamon and 2 drops of orange. Obviously, you could always add honey or a sweetener. Hi, Jaden, if you needed. And then another one, which would be really great for the immune system, which we're all going to need an immune boost soon, is a thieves tea, quotations tea. So you take a mug of hot water, and then you add honey and a drop of thieves and 2 to 3 drops of lemon, and you just mix that up and you drink that, and that's going to help your immune system. Who jumped on with us? Christina. Hi, Christina. That's going to help your immune system, so that would be a really great one in the fall and winter months as well. Another combination would be a drop of lemongrass and a drop of ginger, and this is going to be to help support your digestive system. So if you're having some occasional upset stomach, tummy problems, do tea with lemongrass and ginger, and you should be good to go. I love to drink hot chocolate in the winter. Oh my gosh, I have a bug. Okay. And I love to add a drop of peppermint. I love peppermint and chocolate together, so why not use my peppermint oil? And then you can also do a spiced hot chocolate, so you would just add a drop of thieves. So, I mean, it's like a chocolate immune boosting drink. I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. And then something that I did recently at our last team meeting was a spiced apple cider. So I just got a crock pot and I dumped my apple cider in the crock pot, and I added a drop of cinnamon bark. You could add a drop of thieves, a drop of orange, a drop of ginger, nutmeg, clove, any of those kind of fall spicy oils would be really good in there. Another thing that one of my friends did, she has a soda stream, so she just made her water. I don't know how they work, but I've never used one. But basically what she did is she made like a carbonated water, and then she added grapefruit to it, and that's what she drank all summer instead of having her soda. So she replaced her pop or soda, wherever you live, with a carbonated water, and then she would just add citrus oils. I know she did grapefruit and orange. You could do tangerine, lime, lemon, a combination of any of those. And you don't have the sugar. You're not going to have any extra calories or anything like that if you're, watching your weight or something like that. But some of us just need that like fizzy carbonation. I've never been a person to need that, but I know most people that I know need that. And so that's one thing that's hard for them when they don't want to drink pop anymore, is to get away from that. So that'd be a really good option as well. And let's see. It's really all I have. I'm going to unmute you all, though, so I can talk to you. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Good.
Good. I'm done. But how are you guys? Oh, I'm going to stop recording.